Hi guys, I continue to build projects until I get $3K in monthly recurring revenue, MMR. And today I've built and launched a new project. But it's not a SaaS project, it's an SEO first project with static web pages. The main goal is to get visitors through organic search with highly SEO optimized static pages and also through GEO traffic. GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. It means your page can appear in AI chatbots for users, for example in ChatGPT, Perplexity, DeepSeek, and so on. So yesterday I did a small keyword research in Google search and I hope I found a good niche. I saw that Instagram captions is an interesting and high frequency search request. Moreover, the competition is not that huge. You can see there are some articles, but I suppose if I build SEO optimized content with a relevant domain name, my site can appear at the top of search results. So that is my main idea. Target a 100 out of 100 scope in Lighthouse, which means the site is well optimized for SEO and all text must be statically generated. This is kind of my hypothesis, but we'll see what happens. Now let's talk about implementation. If you haven't seen my latest video where I showed how I built and launched my previous project, you can find it on my channel. Subscribe, by the way. So I was testing a new way of developing IT products. It's called spec-driven development. The main idea is that first you write a detailed specification for your product and only then run your AI agent to implement the project according to the spec. Or you can first generate a plan based on this spec and then implement all needed features. It worked, but I got carried away too much and I started learning about software requirement specification from articles and videos, books. There are international standards for it and the topic is quite huge. For my latest MVP project, where I built a tool for synchronizing audio with video, I spent more than one day writing the full SRS, which means software requirement specification. It was like a whole book, about 90 pages, and many requirements overlapped. I wrote it with AI, but anyway, I read all the sections really deeply and fixed some things manually. So that's why it took more than one day. But after that, I realized that it might take a decent amount of tokens for Codex to read the whole SRS. So I asked Codex to shorten it and prepare a lighter version of the SRS and use it as a plan. And if the AI agent needed to clarify some details, it could go to the full SRS. This was the workflow. It worked and I launched the project. You can find it here. The URL automatically sync audioandvideo.com with hyphens instead of spaces. And it worked in one shot, in one prompt. But now I see that I can just write this light spec for the agent development workflow and it's enough. So today I asked DeepSeek to interview me to gather all requirements and find out some constraints, edge cases and so on. After about an hour of the session with DeepSeek, I got this MVP build spec markdown file and there was a ready-to-use plan for implementing the project in the last section. So I just asked Codex to implement this plan with medium intelligence. After that, the results were pretty good. I tested this project manually and fixed 2 bugs. The first bug was that in each caption I saw the number of the text with a period. It looked strange, so I asked Codex to fix that and remove the number from each text. Then I requested to add a small visual notification when users copy the text. It was just to improve the UX and that's all. Then I bought the domain and deployed my project. Now I am adding this site to Google Search Console and I also need to integrate Google Analytics, so we'll see whether my hypothesis was right or not. Stay tuned and subscribe. I also need to show you that I use the free version of DeepSeek and paid Codex Plus, So DeepSeek was free and Codex took about 123,000 tokens on medium intelligence, plus around 40 tokens more for fixing bugs after implementation. So overall it took about 1, maximum 2 hours to write the detailed spec and verify it manually. Then it took around 160k tokens and about 10 minutes for Codex to implement the project according to the spec, and maybe about 30 minutes to deploy it on my VPS. I think it's really cool. And as you can see, if you are a senior full stack developer and you really know what you're doing, it's extremely easy to bring your idea to life in such a short period of time. Agentic mode combined with specific driven development allows you to generate projects almost in one shot with some small adjustments. And the most important part is that you actually can build such projects for free, even without a paid subscription, using some cheap models. Because as a developer, you understand everything perfectly and you just give your AI agents an extremely clear and understandable guide on how to implement your project. So I'm going to continue my journey and improve my workflow further. I already have the next idea for my project, and this time it will be a SaaS project with Stripe integration and some backend. Thank you so much for watching this video and for your engagement. Bye bye.